There we go. Hi everybody, my name is Jenn from McCreath. Today is July 19th, 2015. Sitting here in my home in Newfoundland, and this will be the first of many vlogs talking about my big announcement and my candidacy. I'm putting my name in the hat. I'm running in the next federal election, October 19th, 2015. And I'm running in the riding of Avalon, Newfoundland. And I am representing a upstart political party called Strength and Democracy. And I'm very, very excited about that. Before we get into the specifics of the political campaign, I want to address the elephant in the room because I know it's there, and I know people are going to ask me about it. Yes, I am the first openly public transgendered individual to put my name on the ballot here in the history of Canadian federal elections. We came very close a few years back when there was a candidate who was nominated, but something didn't work out right, and the name never made it onto the ballot. First and foremost, yes, I know I've been widely known, specifically here in Newfoundland, as a transgender rights activist. And if that title gets me a little bit more attention paid to me during this campaign, then I will try to use that to my advantage. But let me be perfectly clear, this is not a trans candidacy. This is not about trans issues. This is about Canada, it's about Newfoundland, it's about the riding of Avalon. And as the days and weeks progress, you will take note, hopefully, that you will see I'm making an effort to demonstrate my knowledge, skill set, and abilities in all things to do with federal government jurisdictional programs in Newfoundland, as well as provincial and municipal. But I think it is a milestone worth noting and worth celebrating. Trans people have lived, obviously, as long as people have lived. We're just now, in the past 10 years, starting to get a little bit more attention in mainstream media for who we are. And we're finally reaching a point where some of these nasty myths about us are being debauched as not being true. I think it's kind of sad in ways that we have not yet seen a trans candidate put forward, especially under the banner of any major political party. We see lots of gay and lesbians put on ballots, and quite a few of them have been victorious. I think 2015, I think we are ready for a trans candidate. I don't think somebody having a trans medical history will be seen as a problem anymore as it might have been. I'd like to hope that it gives me an advantage in some ways. I've lived a very amazing 8 years since I publicly came out as trans. I've essentially been forced to learn a lot about government institutions, bureaucracies, politics. I've also had to learn how to be an advocate and an activist, to stand up for myself. And one of the biggest challenges I think a lot of people have talked to me about is it's difficult to do business with government. Policies and procedures, acts, regulations, legislations, this is all very confusing and challenging. All I want to do is change my name. All I want to do is get a birth certificate. Well, that's provincial. See, some people don't even understand what's provincial, what's federal. And that's one thing I'd like to do, is create some sort of a program that would allow citizens to come to one point of contact to do business with any level of government. Nobody wants to pick up the phone and be told, sorry, you got to call someone else. I want to make sure that there's a phone number you can call, whether your issue is provincial, municipal, or federal, and get the help that you need. Anyway, Being trans, it's forced me to learn a lot about how government operates, policies, healthcare programs, healthcare funding, changing identification documents. Federally, there's still some challenges, passports, going to the airport. It's really taught me a lot about some of the specifics of how government works, how policies work, how legislations get proclaimed, how they have review processes. It's also taught me, I think, how to bring attention to issues. Sometimes a protest is the right way to go, sometimes it's a petition, sometimes it's a press release, sometimes it's an interview on radio or television, sometimes it's turning on a camera and recording a blog, sometimes it's writing a blog, sometimes it's a simple little statement on Twitter that's 140 characters or less. So yes, I am a trans person. It is what it is. If people want to learn about trans issues during my campaign, I'm very open to talking about my experience. At the same time, I certainly hope people will take me seriously as a candidate, as a person, as someone who's lived in Newfoundland and loves this province, someone who's familiar with the issues going on in the, specifically in the Avalon riding. And I think a big shout out and a thank you goes out to Strength in Democracy, my political party. It's great to know that there's at least one political party that's open-minded enough to put a trans person on the ballot and say, we believe in you, Jennifer, not because you're trans, but because we've looked at your resume, we've looked at your work experience, we've looked at your political activism in the past, we've looked at how you've run your previous campaign when you ran in a municipal election. We also like what you seem to stand for, and we buy into your concepts. Strength in Democracy, we're a very unique group because unlike most political parties, our goal is to empower individual MPs, take off the muzzle, get rid of the party lines. If you vote for one of the other party representatives, there's limits to what they're going to be able to do to help their constituents, depending on what the leader wants or thinks. And ultimately, a Strength in Democracy candidate is going to have direct access to Ottawa for their voters. It's going to be my plans over the next 3 months of this campaign to tour around the riding of Avalon, hit each and every little town, every village, every dot on the map. I want to meet everybody. I want to talk about the issues, and I want you people to tell me what your issues are, what your concerns are with Ottawa. I want to hear your ideas for solutions. And that will make the backbone of any platform I put forward or anything I take to Ottawa. This is not about me putting a platform out there. I'll admit it, I don't know everything and I don't have all the answers. And neither do all the political party leaders in Ottawa. But I guess we'll leave it at that. I don't want these videos to go too long, but I wanted to get the elephant in the room looked at. Ironically enough, it's Pride Week in Newfoundland. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, transsexual, two-spirited, pansexual, intersexed. There's a lot of different classifications that are kind of thrown together into this rainbow community. We don't always like each other. We don't always agree on the priorities. I'll admit there's been some nasty battles, not just here in Newfoundland, but all over the world. But I'm hoping going to Pride Week will be a great opportunity for people to meet me and for people to learn a little bit about my concept and the Strength in Democracy concept and our vision. And I thank you for watching this video. Keep your eyes open. I plan to film a lot. I want this to be a very E-friendly campaign. I I'm going to do my best to knock on as many doors as I can, and there will have to be some paper printed. But my goal is to reach as many of you voters out there through the internet, through YouTube, through my blog, through the Strength and Democracy website, and I want to have interactive sessions. I know there's great tools out there such as Skype where you can literally have one-on-one conversations. So let's start talking about Newfoundland and Avalon and the issues. I'd love to hear from you all. info@jennifermccreath.com. Telephone 709-753-9529. Even snail mail. 91 Lark Hall Street, Unit C332, St. John's, A1B2C5. Anyway, I'm going to carefully get out of my chair and grab my camera. My brand new camera, which is a lot clearer than the last one. Wow, it has a zoom too. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and enjoy your day.